Start with the basics. How good does it feel to be in the position you're in after what you've gone through the last month or so?
I mean, after all that I went through, like you say, man, like you feel so happy. Like even when I got here yesterday, as soon as I walked inside on the Fenway Park, I was so excited, to be back with the team, with my teammates, with everybody here.
Eduardo, it's Kevin Walsh here. How what were your symptoms with COVID? Because it's different for some people. Some people don't feel bad at all, and others feel very sick. How was it for you?
I mean, for me, it was like I was feeling like all the symptoms, like all the symptoms that you can see on, like all the symptoms you can see on Google. I was feeling it all, like headaches, fever, all that. So it hit me really hard.
Hey, Eduardo, given the way you were feeling, how much were you able to do these past couple of weeks in terms of throwing and kind of keeping yourself ready for what's to come?
I mean, after I find out I would say the first week and a half, I wasn't available to do like anything like moving around and all that. So like, I would say after that week and a half, I start playing catch on myself at home with a net and all that. Like try to work out a little bit, get on the bike and all that. And I just throw bullpen yesterday, and it feels really good, location wise, pitching wise. So I've got to say thanks God that I'm here and I'm available to throw. And the way that I feel yesterday was really good.
Hey, Eduardo. So right now, where do you feel currently, and how far off do you feel you'll be before you'll be ready for the season?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I threw bullpen yesterday, and it feels really good. Throw 25 pitches. Everything feels really good, command wise, all the pitches. So I just got to see what the plan is next. Like another bullpen maybe or a live BP or whatever. So I just got to get together with them and see what's the plan next.
And just having the season that you had last year and having the spring training that you had this year, you continue with your dominant stuff. Is it somewhat frustrating not being able to be ready for opening day?
I mean, even if you are on the DL, like every time that you see you guys go out there and play, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard mentally that you can go out there with everybody. So for me, it's really hard to get the coronavirus and don't be available to be an opening day.
Based on how last season was it was a good season for you, Erod, but for the team, it was a struggle. And considering that you won the World Series the year before, do you feel like in a shortened season that there's unfinished business and a lot to prove?
I mean, for me, I feel like this is kind of like a winter ball, the 60 games. We just got to play hard. We just got to go out there and do the best we can do, like I say, 60 games, short season. You just got to have a good start and then keep it rolling.
Hey, Eduardo. When did you first start feeling the symptoms?
If you ask me about date, I can't remember exactly when was the date, but literally like the first day that I started feeling a little bit like a headache and kind of fever. I know like I have something in my body that I never feel before, so I just went home and I stayed at home the whole time. That's what I said. Like I don't remember exactly the day that it was, but it was like that.
And do you have any idea how you got it?
No, like I mean, I was just safe at home. Like, the only thing that I was doing was going to the grocery store and training a little bit. So I don't know exactly where I get it. So.
And while you were experiencing that, were you thinking that you might not be able to play this season at all, or how were you looking at the season at that point?
I mean, as soon as I get it, I know it's 14 days, and as soon as I get it, I start feeling like a headache or something like that. A little headache. So I was like, okay, I think I have it, but I think I'm gonna be able to keep working out through this. But then I start feeling more symptoms and all that. So then after the 13, 14 days, I went like, I don't know if I'm gonna be available to make it to the season because I already lost 14 days without do baseball stats. So that's when I was start thinking that I'm gonna be able to start the season.
Wow. And did your family get sick at all?
My wife, yeah, she got a sick too. She feel the same way I feel. We was feeling like all the symptoms and all that.
Eduardo, when was it that you said at some point you were finally able to start working out again? Do you know when? Do you remember when that was? When you were finally able to kind of start getting back into a routine?
Say it again.
You said that at some point when the symptoms subsided, you were able to start, throwing, getting on the bike and stuff like that. Do you remember how long has that been since you were able to really?
I would say like 8, 9, 10 days maybe. Because I started, nice and easy, because I started feeling better. So I started getting on the bike. The next day I started playing catch a little bit and all that. So, and try to get back to a regular routine. And now I get to the point when I was available to throw that bullpen yesterday, and I feel good with it. So,
You're right. What do you think is best case for when you'll be able to pitch for the team?
like I say, I gotta. For me, if it wasn't for me, like opening day was the best case, But like, there is no chance right now. So for me, it's just get it together with Renekid and Bushi and talk about and the trainers, and talk about a little bit when his time is gonna be.
Eduardo, how are you going to treat this season in terms of your wife and kids? Are they staying in Florida? Did they come up here with you, or how are you going to kind of deal with this season?
After I get it, I know how this is. I know how hard this can hit your body and mentally and all that. So we decided she's gonna stay down in Florida with the kids, and I'm gonna be over here.
And kind of like, what's your message to people about this? The need to be careful and wear a mask and things like that.
For me, I was one of those people that really get hit really hard. So I would say like you gotta wear your mask all the time. Wash your hands, keep your distance, because if you are one of those guys that got hit really hard, man, you're gonna be in bed and having a hard time, to do like a day stuff, like go to the kitchen or shower, things like that. You're gonna have a hard time. So you better like be safe all the time. That's what I got.
Eduardo, is it safe to say this was the sickest you've ever been?
Say it again.
I assume that this was the sickest that you've ever been in your life.
Man, I don't understand. I don't get it yet. Can you say it again?
Have you ever been that sick before in your life?
No. I never got that sick in my life, and I don't want to get that sick again anymore.
Hey, Eduardo, how many weeks did you have the symptoms for? Was it 1 week, half a week, 2 weeks?
I will say the first 4 days was the worst days. Like I feel all the symptoms, like wake up in the morning, get out of the bed. I feel like I was like 100 years old, like that. Like my body was like tired all the time, throwing up, headaches. Like I say, all the symptoms, But it wasn't the first 4 days when I really have it all. After that, like everything goes away and I start feeling better.
Does this give you new perspective, Eduardo, on your baseball career?
I'm feeling good now. Like I feel ready to go and all that. So I don't think that's gonna give me a new like something new to thinking about it. Because it's already out of my symptoms, out of my body. So I don't know why it's not gonna change why they're gonna change my career.
What I really, maybe I should have said.
Yeah.
Does this make you appreciate baseball, appreciate playing baseball more now that you've been through some type of hardship like this, and now you get a chance to return? I'm sure during all of it you felt horrible and you wondered about what was going on day to day.
It was hard because I had that, and as soon as they called it's going to be a baseball season, I was just, sitting on my house and thinking about it and feeling bad, but thinking about like, hey, man, like baseball just started, it's going to be a star, and you're going to be there, I was just thinking about that all the time, and as soon as I get back, like I say, I just thinking like, I'm like, I got to get back, and thinking all the time, and then like the second spring training started, and I was just sitting at home watching everybody on Facebook Live and all that, so it was kind of hard for me.
Thank you.
Eduardo, when you do take the mound, and considering it's a 60-game season and like virtually the sprint to the finish line, what's your approach going to be to every start that you take? Anything different or, from mentality-wise?
No, man, the same mentality as always. Just go out there, try to do the best I can do to keep the score, and try to do the best I can do to make the team win the game. That's my goal, no matter if it's 162 games or 60 games. Just go out there, try to do my best to win the game.
Eduardo, did you a lot of people are in the suites now with two people. Do they just have you in your own suite, or how are you going about staying away from other people and being in the park and stuff?
I mean, like even if I have like my teammate, which is what I have right now, or my own suite, it's just like we had the rules over here: 6 feet apart, wear your mask all the time. That's the goal all the time.
And one of your former teammates, David Price, opted not to play this season. Have you talked to him at all? And do you kind of understand where he was coming from in this?
I mean, the only thing that he was talking about, he was worried about me. He was worried about that I got sick. And we was texting back and forth. He was texting almost, I would say, almost every day. How do you feel? How you doing, bro? Like, and all that. I never asked about like why you decided to not play. I respect that. That's his decision, and I respect it.
Eduardo, will you wear your mask when you pitch?
I mean, I threw a bullpen yesterday. I don't wear it. I'm gonna start to see on my next bullpen to wear it. But sometimes it's hard to breathe when you're out there like doing a full effort pitching and all that. So, like I said, I'm gonna practice a little bit with it and see how I feel. Because like from the mound, it's more than 6 feet, so I'm gonna be good to go.
Eddie, what did it mean to you yesterday to have all the pitchers come out and watch you throw your pen? Kind of welcoming you back to the team.
I mean, we got some love. We love each other. I mean, we worry about each and other all the time. Every time somebody got a bullpen, we all over there and all that. That means we're a really good team and we're a family here. That's what it means to me.
Will you stay?
I can hear you. Can you say it again?
Were you staying in touch with the guys as all of this was going on?
Yeah. I mean, I was in text with all my teammates. Most of them was text me, I would say once a day or maybe every 2 or 3 days to see how I was feeling and call me on FaceTime and all that. So, like I say, we're a family here and we care each other,
Eduardo, did you get officially diagnosed before the start of this second spring training, or is that when you found out for sure it was COVID, is when you were tested for reporting to this camp?
I will say before the start of second spring training, I start feel the symptoms, and even if before that I get the confirmation that I have COVID, I was feeling like something different on my body, something that I never felt before. So I know like 90% that it was going to be COVID.
Is the feeling, Eduardo, do you get the feeling from your teammates that a lot of guys are nervous about proceeding with the season? Or do you think it's a feeling that the guys, if they're careful, they can keep COVID away from them?
I mean, you got to. I will say that we just got to be like they got to be, and we all got to try to be safe all the time, follow the rules, and do like everything we can do to keep this out of the team, to be safe all the time and all that. So that's what I think is going to keep us to play through the whole season, through the whole season. Anything else? You guys good?
Thank you for doing this,
Thanks,
Eduardo.
Eddie.